Okay, so this is Tiferet to Omer, kind of the Omer. We're in Yesod of Tiferet. So tonight, as we come to the end of our exploration of Tiferet, let us focus on the true beauty that results from attaching it to Yesod. So this is not a shallow view of beauty like what's seen in Hollywood. Rather, this is a much deeper view of beauty that comes from connecting the two concepts together. Tiferet and Yesod are both essential components for understanding true beauty in any form. When we look at nature, there's beauty in all that we find, from beautiful forests and oceans to individual creatures with their own unique beauty. It is a mesmerizing sight. But the true definition of beauty comes when these elements are brought together in harmony, when many different pieces come together to create one unified whole. That's where we find the ultimate beauty. When beauty is attracted to beauty, the beauty of each individual element is what brings them together to create a unified whole. The common denominator, the unifying factor, is that Hashem created them all. Whether it's two creatures or two elements, everything is attracted to one another in some way. If you take one flower from a garden of flowers, it looks beautiful on its own, but put it together with the other colors and textures in the garden, you can see even more beauty. So a unified whole that is truly breathtaking. Another example where you can really see this concept is snorkeling. When you look at the beauty of one single fish, it's nice. But when you see a whole school of them swimming together in perfect harmony, the beauty is truly breathtaking. So the common denominator that connects everything together is that they were all created by Hashem, the Hakadosh Baruch Hu, the Holy One, blessed be He. Every individual element in creation is beautiful on its own, but together they form a unified whole that inspires us. So how do Yesod and Tiferet fit together? Two separate things can both be beautiful in their own ways, but when these two elements are connected through a covenant or hook, they form an even more exquisite beauty. So the Yesod of Tiferet is the foundation of this connection. It is where the two elements come together to create something more wonderful than either could have been on their own. By connecting multiple beautiful elements through a covenant, they are able to achieve their highest potential. So according to the Torah, Hashem created the world in a way that binds two entities together in connection and covenant. So when Adam Harishon, Adam the first man, was created, he was all alone. So Hashem brought before him all the animals of the earth. Adam Harishon was tasked with naming each one with a word that signified its individual power. For example, a lion represents power and strength. So Adam Harishon yearned for a companion. So Hashem said, "It is not good that man should be alone." So to solve this problem, he created for him a helpmate, so Chava, as did he in all of the other realms of creation. So this understanding is embodied in the concept of Olam HaChai, the world of life, that most living things come in pairs of a female and a male. So the male and female dynamic is seen in the physical and spiritual world alike. The male is often the giver, while the female is the receiver, manifesting a beautiful exchange between the two that allows for a deep connection to form. So when you look at creation, someone yearns for companionship, a special someone with whom to share life's joys and sorrows. Little girls pretend that they are brides and dream of their special someone. So animals, too, instinctively look to find mates. But this beautiful partnership isn't exclusive to just romantic relationships. It can be found in business partners, learning companions, or spiritual leaders. All of these connections are miraculous. The point of connection between two people, no matter their relationship, is rooted in Tiferet. So this beauty is more than skin deep. It's a bond that penetrates the soul and creates an intangible level of closeness. So this connection is usually between two opposites. Have you ever looked at a jigsaw puzzle and wondered why each piece only fits one other piece? It's because there is a common denominator that connects them. In our case, it's a certain point called Tiferet, something beautiful that allows us to connect in this unique way. Just like the pieces of a jigsaw puzzle, we are unable to connect unless it is with the right shape, point, or person. So everyone has something beautiful within them that allows others to connect with them. So in Kabbalistic terms, this is known as Nekudat Hayofi, or Tiferet. So this point of beauty is what makes two opposites, a husband and wife, business partners, student and teacher, able to connect. Without this common denominator, no connection could be made. So this is why every piece in a jigsaw puzzle fits only one another. It's because there's only one point of beauty that can make the connection possible. The Torah is often interpreted in four levels: Bashat, Remez, Darash, and Sod. So Remez is the hint that points to the answer. It gives you a clue in order to help you find the solution. That is what remez does in the Torah. It hints at an answer or meaning to understand the text more deeply. And when it comes to interpreting the Torah, many people get excited and want to go straight to Kabbalah. However, they often overlook the beauty of the level of remez. So remez provides hints that reveal deeper and more meaningful insights in the Torah. So the word yofi, meaning beauty, can be expressed using the letters yod, pei, yud. So this combination has a numerical value of 100, which is a representation of wholeness and completeness. So this is because the number 10 is associated with shlemut, or perfection. And when two tens are multiplied together, it gives us 100. So thus we see that even in the idea of Yofi or Tiferet, there is a hint to the completeness and wholeness. So when a man and woman come together in marriage, it is because they have found the connecting point between them, Yesod of Tiferet. So this spiritual connection reveals the beauty within each of them, which we often refer to as falling in love. So although relationships will inevitably have their ups and downs, this bond is a covenant that unites two people on an intimate level. This idea of finding and connecting with the beauty within others can be seen throughout all aspects of life. People who have been married for years can often face the challenge of constantly looking for ways to rekindle and reconnect with their spouse. So even after 10, 20, or 30 years, it is essential to search for that point of beauty that made you fall in love all those years ago. Because ultimately, people, and we should expect this, people grow. In relationships, they grow in all kinds of different directions. So they're never going to stay the same. So if you think you're falling in love with someone because of you share this in common or that in common, does not mean that that is going to be a common denominator in the future. Renewing vows, so going on a date night or taking a trip can all be great ways to renew and strengthen connection with your partner. It can also be helpful to recognize that there will be times when you don't always like each other. But like any relationship, if both people are willing to put in the effort, it is possible to stay connected and find joy in each other's company again. So recognizing that Yesod of Tiferet, that point of connection, is essential for keeping the spark alive. So people around you have a mystical connection to you. So you live in the same city, within the same community, yet some of your close friends live far away. Whether it's physical, emotional, or spiritual, there is always an underlying connection. So sometimes we meet somebody and instantly click with them, while others may come into our lives for only a brief moment and instantly depart. So learning how to tap into that common denominator of beauty that links us together is essential for connecting on a level of the covenant. So we need to find what that is and use it to build bridges and form relationships with those around us. So we all have the potential to connect with one another and build bridges based on shared interests, beliefs, values, and experiences. Everyone is unique and has something to offer to the world around them. So by taking the time to really get to know someone, we can discover a common denominator that we can use as a foundation for creating a meaningful connection. This could take the form of an exchange of ideas or simply an appreciation for each other's differences. It is through these connections that we learn how to truly reach out and understand one another, which is key in bringing the redemption. This is the essence of Yesod of Tiferet. So we must strive to create unity with people around us, both near and far. By taking the time to get to know each other and discovering our commonalities, we can build bridges of understanding and appreciation. This is what Hashem desires, for us to be in harmony with one another, not divided by disagreements.